Number 5.
I think Green Bay is fascinating. I think they may be too young to win a Super Bowl, but not necessarily. Where are they not good offensively? Good God, weapons everywhere. Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, excellent offensive coach. Their O-lines are always good. Now, defensively, can they generate a consistent pass rush? I don't know. Super Bowl teams that have won don't always have great pass rushes. They have the youngest roster in the league. The average age is 25. There are college teams that are averaging 23 with their two deeps, or at least their starting rosters. This is a really, really young team, but I think they're really special. And I got him at 5.
All right. I think this is a little crazy because he has... I decided to break this up for his top 10 because I think there's too many teams to talk about in one video. And I don't want to make like a 45-minute video. Maybe if that's what you guys want in the future, let me know. But I think this is a little bit better. And so I'm just trying to look at the team individually. And so, he has the Chiefs ahead of the Packers. Understandable. And he has the Lions ahead of the Packers, which I know Packers fans are definitely going to be like, no. But you can make the argument. I'm not going to make the argument in this video, but there is a legitimate argument. The team obviously went farther last season. They should have been also, in theory, got better. I believe there's also a lot of continuity with coaching over there as well. So you can make that argument. Now, as for the other two teams that he put ahead of the Green Bay Packers, I'm not so sure. One of them being the L.A. Rams. I just do not see that happening. I'm a huge believer in Sean McVay, and I'm a huge believer in Stafford. I am. But the Green Bay Packers are going to be ferocious this season. They are going to be beasts. I understand they're so young. I get it. And they've already played better and dominated a team that was supposed to have way more experience and veteranship than them, with veteran coaches on the road. And I'm not just using the playoff game versus the Cowboys as just this reference. It's the season as a whole. Now, I remain and have been very consistent about this with Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love. I consistently say that if Jordan Love proves to be a top 2, top 3 quarterback, the Green Bay Packers are building a dynasty. That they have all the pieces and all the weapons that they need to bring this whole thing home. I'm a firm believer in that. I really do. Especially with Matt LaFleur at the head of it all, to tie it all together. There's just not a single doubt in my mind. To me, the only question mark is will Jordan Love continue to be this top-level quarterback like he was for those last 8, 9, 10 games? And if he does, then I am picking the Packers over the Rams. I'm picking the Packers over the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, seriously, at this point, if I will take Jordan Love over Lamar Jackson. I believe Jordan Love's ability to throw the ball and execute a game plan a little bit more seamlessly, I will take that over what Lamar Jackson does. Especially when you're linking up a Jordan Love with someone like a Matt LaFleur. Maybe you take a Lamar Jackson if your coach is like Nick Sirianni, but you got Matt LaFleur. And so if Matt LaFleur is my head coach and I can choose between Lamar Jackson and Jordan Love, I'm picking Jordan Love. As of right now. We'll see if he continues. And I believe he's going to continue to be great. But that's also the thing, too, is that Jordan Love doesn't even need to be elite to make this team great. This team will still be great as long as Jordan Love is at a minimum good to great. It'll be inconsistent at times because that's what happens if you're only a good to great quarterback. So even if Jordan Love comes down to earth a little bit, because he was technically considered to be the best quarterback for those last 10 games by like a wide margin, he doesn't need to continue that. Of course, that helps, and of course, that'll be a massive boost for the Packers. But that's not what's needed to make the Packers relevant or to be a top team in the NFL. But if Jordan Love ends up being truly elite, he has his Joe Burrow year. He has his Patrick Mahomes year. He has his even Josh Allen year. It's going to take a serious serious game plan to stop the Green Bay Packers, or just injury devastation. So I'm incredibly high on the Packers. When you have such a young team like this coming up together and being developed together, maturing and growing together, all they know is each other. They're going through this experience. This locker room is going to be so connected. So connected. And yeah, there is part of the issue that you're trying to figure it out together as well. But that is the benefit of having Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur has been there. They did go to the playoffs. They did go on the road. They experienced that moment together, faced that adversity, and dominated. And then they went on the road and lost to the 49ers. Another terrible experience, but really important for team building. Really important. And in fact, it probably ends up being a good thing, because I think it'll make them better. I do. So be on the lookout for the Packers. This game on Friday with them is going to be an interesting game because it is against the Eagles, who I also think is a really good team. And I don't know, no matter what happens in that game, whether the Eagles win or the Packers win, I don't know how we'll be able to break it down off of just that week one. They're in Brazil. There's too many question marks around what's even happening in Brazil in the first place. It's kind of wonky. The players are reportedly not very comfortable. I think a lot of players are not very happy that they're even playing in Brazil in the first place. So it's just going to be interesting. I don't want to have too many strong takeaways. Again, whether the Packers dominate, whether the Eagles dominate, it's just too weird of a week one game. And week one in general are really tough. The Kansas City Chiefs lost to the Detroit Lions week one, and they didn't look back. They won the Super Bowl. So you can't overreact too much on a week one, especially when you're playing in Brazil, and especially when you're playing another good team, or at least a team that a lot of people are questioning, are they great or are they not? Because if the Packers dominate the Eagles, then people will be like, oh, see, the Packers are amazing. But it's well, I don't know. The Eagles have been losing a lot. And if the Eagles win, it's oh, see, the Packers aren't that good. They just got lucky last season. And it's well, no, the Eagles might potentially be another elite, great team. And so this was just a week one matchup. This was just the first game. So that's why I'm trying to get away from drawing too many strong conclusions from week one. But either way, whether you're a Packers fan, a casual fan, an Eagles fan, it's an exciting matchup. And we are just a couple days away. Let's go. Let's go. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think the Green Bay Packers are kind of slotted at the right spot at 5? Do you think it should be higher, lower? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.